All right, guys, we made it. And what was the fee to get into the national park, Snow?
The fee to get into this national park, the conservation fee was 180 Rand for both of us. So maybe $10, $5 a piece.
So it was about $10 to get in, and we came up to this lodge, and the lodge is absolutely stunning with panoramic views. I mean, the views back towards the city are beautiful, and then the views up to this mountain, what is somewhere up in there, a trail to the tallest waterfall in the world, and the hike that I am doing tomorrow morning. Now the problem is they did not allow us to park here overnight. So it was a bit of a conundrum. They did have rooms available, so we did get a room. I think that was about $50 for the night, so not too terribly bad. And we can park our van here. We have the room, and in the morning I do the hike. Now I gotta take a 4x4 road up to the parking lot. And so I think it's about $10 for the ride up there and back, maybe 15 in a 4x4 up to the trailhead. And so this is a super big, super cool hike. I'm gonna give you the details in just a minute, but man, I am pumped. Good morning, everyone. The big day has arrived. And this morning as I was getting ready, this is our view out the van window. And there was low-lying clouds because I was getting ready, but it was beautiful. They started burning off. It's got to be 60-some degrees already this morning. Sun is out, clear, beautiful day. Wow, the wind has laid down, and I'm sure it'll pick up as the day goes on. But it is a stunning day. We're headed down to the car park here at the lodge to pick up the 4x4 that's going to take me up to the trailhead. So let's go down there and I'll tell you a little bit about this hike. Here's the 4x4, and they made a sandwich. They made breakfast for me, which is actually going to be my lunch. So it's a chicken club sandwich. And these are the awesome people here who helped us here. How do you say the name of this mountain lodge?
Witsieshoek Mountain Lodge.
Witsieshoek?
It's a V.
Witsieshoek.
Yes, W pronounced as a V.
Afrikaans?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, let's go do this. We are in the 4x4. We are headed to the track. What is my driver's name? What is your name?
Goodwill. Goodwill.
Goodwill. All right, and what's your name?
James Lam.
James Wan. All right, and he is from China, Mongolia. So I have somebody, he'll probably leave me pretty quickly, but anyway, we're headed down to the 4x4 trail. Some beautiful views, and yeah, I am pumped up. Woo! All right, guys, this is the start of the 4x4 road, and you can see it is bumpy. Now, we have been on roads in the van just like this, at least what it looks like so far. I haven't been up this, so I don't know what the whole road's like, but we just didn't have the energy to kind of go up a crazy road like this, especially since we can get a ride up for about 15 bucks. So yeah, we're headed up, but look at this. Oh yeah, there's no sense in putting any abuse on our van like this. Look at this, guys. Oh, wow. And even he is just barely inching over this. we're getting up this hill and it's bouncy. And there's a 4x4, what they call here is a bucky, which is a pickup truck, but it's a 4x4. He is up there smoking his tires on this road. I think he might be stuck. All right, sometimes it's difficult to see how bad these roads are, but this is like a 2-foot drop right here. So let's see, he's about to come up here. Alright guys, there is beautiful views everywhere, plenty to be had. But then as we come down the hill, a reminder that, yeah, we still are in a 4x4 trying to make it to the trailhead. I can tell you, if Snow was on this road, she'd have a banyo relapse because this road is rough.
Oh, the gorge. Yeah, the gorge. The last 1 kilometer is
How is Tanzania?
amazing.
So Goodwill, what we're talking about,
Yeah.
in this city in China, you go, they call it the People's Park, and it's a huge, beautiful park, but it's a city park. Whoa, look at that. John,
Wow, I need to take a photo.
yeah. I was gonna say you should. Well, in some cultures over there, you don't pick your wife. Your parents pick your wife for you.
But actually that's not true, you know. The parents cannot speak for their service. Something like my parents want me married, but
Well,
I don't married.
But that's because you're young, though. Look at these panoramic views, guys. And up here past the bad road, we've gotten onto a little paver brick section. And so if they did this to the whole road, I guarantee you they would get a lot more people up here. They also probably wouldn't get the revenue from the 4x4s. So probably a trade-off. But what a stunning place up here. Look at this, guys. We're almost to the parking lot. Goodwill has done an amazing job. We had a couple nice spots with some really good lookouts. We stopped, scenic views. And so it's been really a nice ride. We've just been chatting the whole time. It looks like there's a small facility up here. I'm not sure what's here. But in any way, we're about to get busy with this hike. Couple details about this hike as we get started. This is a 7-mile hike with 3,000 feet of elevation. So this is a big one. Now, that may not seem much to you, but we are at 7,000 feet right now, going up to 10,000 feet. And I haven't hiked an elevation in a long time, and I'm not in the best shape. So the driver said expect 7 to 8 hours. So here we go, guys. There's some people in front of us, and we're off. Can you tell me what your names are?
Muloi Pansu Devo.
Miripans
Muloi
Maloi
Pahamiso
Pahamiso
Devo.
Debu. Nice to meet you.
It's in Cynthia.
The Sentinel.
Cynthia.
I'm sorry, I have difficulty. It's not my language.
Isaac Letang.
Isaac Letang, it's nice to meet you.
Muloi Tepiso.
Mule Tepisco.
Yeah. Alfred.
Alfred, okay.
Letang Tawa.
Lesentapa. So cool to meet you guys. Awesome. So I told these guys they're gonna have to carry me up because I don't know, this thing's pretty steep, but have you guys been up here before?
Yeah, it's not our first time. Like every year we do that.
Every year you come up here.
We come to get the strength, you know. So you can see we are 3,800 meters above sea level. So whenever we come here, we get the strength, you know. So we meditate, we pray, you know.
Awesome.
That's the thing.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, if you guys see that little dot over there in the mountain, that was where we came from. I'm about 30 minutes into the hike. So you can see the trail that kind of wraps around there. It actually looks like here it's going down, but it's a continuous climb. And then when the trail disappears there, it actually is a series of switchbacks. And that's what we're climbing right now. The grade's not too bad, to be honest with you guys. I'm making really good time, I think. It is what it is, to be honest with you. But the grade's not too bad. The trail's in really good shape. There's no technical issues so far. A few little rocky spots, but that always makes it easier when you don't have to wrestle with foot placement and stability, which I think there's some of that to come. So we'll see. Huffing and puffing, guys. I am out of shape and I am feeling it. I'm making good time, but I'm a little worried about what it's gonna look like later in the day as I start to wear out. So I need to be cautious and kind of pace myself early on. But it's such a beautiful morning. And most of the morning walk has been in the shade, and it's nice and cool in the shade. And when that sun hits you, really, it's not too bad, but obviously I'm getting all lathered up from the climb. But man, I've just had a smile on my face all morning. I met some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful local people. They were so kind, and they're coming up here to have a little bit of a celebration. I think a little bit of a spiritual retreat. They're carrying a live chicken with them up here. I don't know if it's live, but in any event, I think they're gonna have a feast when they get up here. So, and I also met on the 4x4 the guy from China, John, and he's really cool too. But he's up in front of us. I had to use the restroom, and he's a young guy. So I don't know if we'll see him again, maybe close to the top. Not gonna race to try to keep up with him, but we are gonna move on, break's over. And look at this, guys. So kind of over the hump, there's a sheer wall there. I can kind of see into the valley. And just as I was talking about the smooth trail, it's definitely gotten more rocky, and it's actually a bit confusing up through here on which the way the trail goes. So I think I'm going to follow this. Either way, it looks a bit tricky. Whew. I'm real close to this ledge. It's giving me a bit of the heebie-jeebies, and you can kind of see the rocks through here. And but as we come up here and turn the corner, the views get more and more stunning. And I see what looks like might be some water coming down the face of the mountain over there. Now I have no idea to know if that's our place or not. But I think this trail's at a dead end, so I gotta backtrack. Not what I wanted today. Oh, we could have just came around that trail. Oh, big man. He's a giant. So this is that big giant rock that we've been seeing. I've been showing you on the hike, and as we get closer, it just feels like it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And we're getting smaller and smaller. And I've kind of latched on to the locals, and I'm kind of keeping pace with them. And well, the trail went away in a couple places, and I lost it, so I was glad to have their help. And plus, they're just pretty cool to hang out with local people, and kind of hear their stories. From here, I can see the van. Not sure if you can. Let me try to zoom in a little bit towards the center. There's kind of a hill there, and to the right of that is the lodge, and the van is right there. Can you guys see it? Just a dot on the planet, that's all we are. Just a dot on the planet.
Been walking for a while, my feet are getting tired, my heart's a little heavy, but you keep me going. Been walking for a while, mile after mile, my soul's a little weary, but you keep me going. You keep me going. You said it'd be a narrow road. You said it'd be a narrow road. So why am I surprised when it seems I'm on my own? You said it'd be a narrow road. This world will never be my home. The journey might be lonely, but I'll never be alone. Oh, I'll never be alone. Been walking for a while,
if you can see along the base of those mountains up there. Looks like there's a trail. Not sure if that's ours, but the air is thin up here. So vlogging is difficult, especially while I'm walking. I just can't breathe. We made it to a big junction point. This is the gully to the left, and it's supposed to be super steep. You can see rocks. You can see one up there. And there's another way to go along here. You can see how my local friends are going that way. That's to the chain ladders. And so the chain ladders are kind of an epic thing on this trail, supposedly. And a lot of people choose to do the chain ladders up and down because the gully's so tough. So I can tell you right now, the air, the elevation is getting to me. So huffing and puffing is one thing, but when you start getting a little lightheaded, it's another. So I'm gonna take the chain ladders and take my time. And it looks like the gully takes you up through this area and the chain ladders take you around. So I'm sure the gully is shorter and steeper. So maybe on the way back down, we'll see how we feel. But, whew, this is beautiful. So here's a look at Sentinel Peak from the side. I was talking about that mountain. I didn't know the name. I just looked at my app. That is Sentinel Peak. And you can see the trail we took around it. And again, I can see the van back there. And it's little dots on the horizon. This hike offers stunning views throughout. And we're about 2 hours in. Making good time, guys. I'm feeling good. Just a little bit winded, which is normal. And as we come around the corner, it just keeps going. Wow. So Cynthia broke her personal record. They come up here every year, and we've made it to the infamous chains. Now this is normally where they stop. She says, too much fear to go up. But this year, you're physically,
Mentally,
and spiritually ready for the climb.
yes.
All right, and here comes the crew. All right, guys, we got a small scamper up the rocks, and then we got to go up those ladders. Wow.
Last time, I nearly died. I never thought I'd come here again. But today, I enjoyed it really. I enjoyed
Today is the day.
it today.
Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Amen. Amen.
I've pushed myself.
Good.
I'm very proud of myself.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Very good. Very good. I think this is because of this, my lucky shoes. They were like, you can't climb the mountain with this. I said, this is a rubber, they are very comfortable. And then, I think these are going to be my lucky shoes.
Okay.
Because the sneakers that I wear coming here, they're making my
Go ahead. Woo. That is straight up.
yes.
Thank you.
Isn't it too long?
It's a little wobbly. All right, guys, I made it up the first set of ladders, and it's a long climb, believe it or not. It's longer than you think, but there's another one up here. I'll try to film it just to give you a gauge on how steep it is. But if you can see this sheer face, you can see the ladder, and then this one, it just drops straight down. So the key word is hang on tight, and yeah, we're fixing to scale the next one. The unfortunate thing is we gotta climb back down this mess. I only hope I captured that on the camera, because it was big. It was a big climb. And people told me the ladder was pretty stable, or more so than they thought. It was really wobbly. I do see a waterfall up here. I don't know if it's our waterfall. I guess it is our waterfall. I don't know if it's the big one. So there's the bottom of the waterfall, and it goes all the way up there. But I'll tell you, looking over that edge gives me the big time heebie-jeebies. That's scary. Wow, look at that. Woo. So 2 hours and 45 minutes up here. I think that waterfall I just showed you is not Tugela Falls. I think that's back over here. So I'm going to circle back and try to find that. Yeah, the trail I was following was a different trail, but it had the sort of same directions to where I am now. So anyway, I got to try to get back on trail.
Good morning, guys. Well, you already know that Curt got a really early start this morning for his hike. He left the van a few minutes before 6 a.m. And of course, I was still in the bed. But now it's around 9 o'clock. I just walked down and had breakfast at the lobby. It was a nice buffet, good bacon, good sausage, some toast and a latte. A nice little breakfast. And the lobby there is fixed up really nice. And you can tell that the culture in this area has something to do with shepherds, because you see paintings and handmade rugs hanging all over the walls, and it's really kind of cool. So we're at a very high altitude here, about 7,200 feet. And if you don't know, altitude affects my heart condition. Now we're definitely at a altitude that's safe for me, but I can for sure feel it. You can probably hear it with me having to take some deeper breaths. And I can't talk to you while I'm walking. So although I was headed back towards the van, I had to stop to do this vlog. So we're going to go to the van. We're going to hang out with the kiddies today, do some editing on some videos for you guys. Hopefully things are going really well for Curt. We will be spending another night here tonight, so we had to rent another room. I got one a little bit closer to the van, which is nice. But let's go do some work, guys. Back to Curt. Hope things are going well for him out there.
Woohoo! I am super excited, guys. I have made it to the Tugela River. So this little stream right here is the river that's gonna drop over and make the biggest waterfall in the world. I guess it's the biggest drop. And you can see the water. I'm super excited. It's supposed to be good to drink, which is good because I need to fill my canteen. So I'll probably go right up here under the waterfall. Feels good, guys. You gotta follow this river a ways. And yeah, my view's right up there. Look at this. And guess what? We got a little river crossing right here.
There's a strong mist blowing off the walls of an emerald mountainside. I can hear the canyons calling, the soft roar of water falling. The words I know cannot convey the gravity of this peaceful place. The words I know cannot begin to capture standing on this continent. On this continent, I'm up on the roof of the world. I'm up on the roof of the world. The clouds are shaking, exchanging compliments. Up on the roof of the world, up on the roof of the world. I've never felt so small, looking out across it all. Round and round I am alone, higher towards Orion's arms. Switchbacks like railroad ties crisscross this terrace of the sky. A patchwork quilt, gold and green, stretches out as far as I can see. As far as I can see, I'm up on the roof of the world, up on the roof of the world. The clouds are shaking hands, exchanging compliments. Up on the roof of the world, up on the roof of the world. I've never felt so small, looking out across it all. Across it all. Across it all. I'm up on the roof of the world, up on the roof of the world. The clouds are shaking hands, exchanging compliments. Up on the roof of the world, up on the roof of the world. I've never felt so small, looking out across it all.
Whoa. I can tell you, the entrance up to this will stand the hair up on your neck. You can just feel the power of the earth as this sheer plain, this plain just drops off into these sheer cliffs and down into this amphitheater and into the canyon. And up here at the top, you can see the waterfall's already begun with all these pools before it makes its big drop down. Hey, stranger. How'd you do? Woo! That is gorgeous, huh? Easy to go up, difficult to go down? I made it to the top. What a stunning view. I rested, I had some lunch, and well, I gave you guys a bird's eye view. But I gotta head back down, and I don't really want to go down those chain ladders again. At the top, the way it goes straight down, it's super spooky. I did talk to Juan, the guy from Asia, and he said it was good on the way up, it was steep, but it'd be tough on the way down. So I guess I got two bad choices, but I think I'm going the other way, at least look at it. But anyway, we're doing good. I think we got it in us to get back down. And let's go. All right, guys, I've reached the gully, and to be honest with you, it's terrifying. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see that, it's straight down, and the other option is the ropes, and I thought, I climbed a lot to get up here. You see the trail way down there, that's to the ropes, and they look equally as frightening, but I do know those. Decisions. I made it back to the top of the ladders. There's no way I was going to do that gorge. That thing just looked too steep and scary. But some other people made it to the top, so go that way.
For more than 6 years, this white Mercedes Sprinter van has taken me and Curt to some of the most beautiful places on our planet. We understand that we are beyond fortunate to see all the things we get to see. And to be honest, sometimes, whether it's right or wrong, you can become a little bit numb to it. And then you find yourself in a place like this, where you could just get out of the van, take a break from editing, and take a short, few 100-yard walk, and just peer down into this valley that's like something you can't even explain. And we know the camera can't capture all of the beauty we see. But we sure love trying to share as much of it as we can with you guys out there, with our YouTube family. And this is one of those places that just kind of slaps you in the face when you get out of the van and you look at it. It's quiet, it's vast, it's undeveloped. It's pretty much unknown. I mean, it's either the #1 or #2 tallest waterfall in the world, depending on who's measuring it. And I had never heard of this place. And now we're getting to show it to you. And whether we tell you enough or not, we are thankful for you guys. Just like you tell us in the comments that you are thankful for us. Because yes, this journey would be special without our YouTube channel. But getting to share it with the world really, really just is like a cherry on top of this Sunday, this life that me and Curt are getting to live. So I wanted to just take a minute while I was appreciating this place to make sure that I reminded you guys to appreciate this place too. This is just a little tiny piece of South Africa. And it's unbelievably beautiful. Now I've heard from Curt, he had made it to the top of his hike. I know he's sharing so much more beauty than this. This is just a little piece that I get to see. But he said he'd made it to the top and he was on his way back down and that he was tired, but he was doing okay. He said huffing and puffing. That's the way he described it. But I'm taking a break from my editing. I'm getting a lot done. It's nice. I'm gonna walk down to the restaurant and have a little salad for lunch and come back up and do some more editing from a video a few weeks ago. But I just wanted to take a minute and appreciate this.
All right, guys, I can tell you, as you approach these ladders, it is just really intimidating. And the gully was intimidating as well. And you can see the second set of ladders here. Here's the first one. And honestly, I came up this one on the left. It's just straight down. That one's almost backwards. I don't want to look anymore because I'm freaked out. But I have no other way down. So, let's do this. All right, guys, one last look at the gully here. Quite a bit shorter, but I'm glad I didn't do it. That thing is nuts. Whew. This is the point in the hike where I'm just done, guys. We've been going a long time, and you can see there's still a lot of meat left on the bone. There's the switchbacks we came up, and there's the trail over to the place. So we're getting there. We are getting there. right, guys. We made it back. Nothing to do now but wait on a ride. Wow.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys!